Yo, you rocking with the fresh. It's the KRUZE review on 4 I Fly.
And TP.
Yeah, back again. No, it's been a hot second, you know what I'm saying? But we got a, we got a real...
Where y'all niggas been at? Y'all quit?
yeah, straight up. Nah, it's gonna take a lot more than that, you know what I'm saying, to stop the function. But like I was saying, we got a hot one, you know what I'm saying, to, did it again.
Wow.
The ball,
yeah.
You know, kids or whatever, kids are gonna be kids, but yeah, we got another album, you know what I'm saying, to make it seem like we ain't even leave, because I believe this is one of, I believe he's one of the first 5 artists we done an album review on in our room.
Nah, yeah, because we did his brothers, I say.
Yeah,
not really his biological, but his other group mate.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay.
So you know,
right.
This is the other half. Now we did the last time we did an album review of this artist was probably 2019 when he came out with I guess his last full length.
Okay.
So
it's been a hot second.
Yeah.
Right,
So it been a little while.
Okay. Well, this is appropriate then. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Definitely a high key graded album. Might be the best underrated album of 2021.
Yeah, I think I would definitely probably will say that, man, because this is an album that me myself, I wasn't really expecting like that. Well, I wasn't really anticipating like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, me either.
So when it came out and I was listening to it, I'm like, man, it's some, you know, it's been a while since you heard an album that majority of the album you don't have to press forward on. You don't have to skip. You just let it roll.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
And, I mean, this is probably I would say like a late June release, but this is one of the must albums that we had to do. We couldn't do a KRUZE catch up on this record right here. This
nah.
Yeah.
This we definitely couldn't. And I mean, this is gonna be appropriate because actually we're not even, usually when we do album reviews, we do our picks, we kind of skip through. We're not skipping through no joints. We're gonna let the first 8 rock. So this is an appropriate album review. Here's a question for you though, bro. Would you say in the last in the last year or so, I think it's been a year, pre-COVID, we've been getting better hip hop from COVID, from quarantine?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I would definitely say that. I'll definitely say since COVID happened, we've been getting a lot of great hip hop, man.
Yeah.
And you know, speaking of great hip hop, well, we'll get into that on KRUZE Stretch Out.
Yep. I already knew where you was going with that. Nah, we ain't gonna give y'all that just yet. You know what I'm saying? That's for another segment. But this album sounds like he might have been quarantined. You know what I'm saying? Like, he might have been in-house the whole time. And not just with the rhymes, with the production too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he's always had a certain ear for you know, production. I don't know I can't think of who all done the beats on
Yeah,
a lot of these records. You know, I know he used to work with Ill Mind pretty close, but
yeah,
I don't know, you know, the ins and outs with that. But yeah, I mean, I would say so. Now I know he's always been a heavy jazz influence type of artist, so you know, and we gonna hear this on that record. I mean, on this record.
Absolutely, yeah. It got like a, I know a lot of y'all, man, and you know, are young. I know most of our viewers, so y'all probably not gonna remember. But if you don't have a clue, it's actually good because you can go back and detail these actors too. But it has a Mo Better blues feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we know that he's particular of Spike Lee.
Yeah.
You know, so it fits right in. So, you know, I know we keep saying he, and they like, you know what I'm saying, who they talking about? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and give it to him, bro. Let him know.
Skyzoo.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Skyzoo.
Brooklyn's finest.
Out of Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, man.
Yeah.
Stuyvesant, if I'm saying it right.
Yeah. We mentioned it a couple of times. I know. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all like, yeah, you know, y'all already said that. Y'all said it numerous times, but I mean, we gotta say it like, you know, yeah, he's definitely, you know, the old Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Jay-Z
with a backpack.
Yeah, straight up, Jay-Z with a backpack. This, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he could be Jay-Z's little brother, like seriously. You know what I'm saying? On the real, I don't know their relationship. I'm sure they probably cross paths or whatever, but you know, with the underground progression and you know, Griselda being, you know, so close to Rock Nation and all of that. I'm not sure, man. Maybe he don't want that kind of exposure. Maybe he doesn't want to lean, but I don't know why. You know, he ain't getting the exposure that other artists are getting. Because you know, when it comes to underground, he put a lot of underground niggas on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Features. I'm not saying as far as, you know, like record label or whatever. I'm saying as far as like features, like a lot of niggas was on, you know, his records first.
Yeah, to tell you the truth, Westside Gunn was on one of his records, which is one of my favorites from him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Luxury. Off the Music for My Friends album project.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
You know, Skyzoo's just been a real consistent artist throughout his career, man. And
yeah.
I mean, like you said, it's crazy that he gets overlooked.
Yeah, it is.
Know, and overshadowed. But I think with this new reemergence of people getting into lyrics, yeah, you know, you're gonna have artists that's in their lane. They're gonna start getting more attention, you know.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. Yes, it's gonna be hard to overlook this album for this year when it comes to, you know, underground, even commercialized. It's, you know, it's gonna be hard to overlook this album production wise and just the full detail. You have to put it in there. You have to. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we are the only A&rs, you know, smoking and rolling or whatever, you know, that's really plugging this album. Know that. You know, straight up. You know, y'all see it somewhere else. Know where it came from first, though, because it ain't nobody else that's plugging this album like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So know where it came in first. But we gonna get into it. We gonna cut the talking and get into it. Like I said before, we just gonna let the first 8 rock. So this is no skips.
Yeah.
None at all. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna let it rock out. So you'll get the full detail. So the first track off of All the Brilliant Things album from Skyzoo will be Free Jury. Let's get it.
All this money that we can make, why don't y'all just lead the way? Do you wanna get money or not? Do you wanna get money or not? Do you?
Elevation, it was a realization of a dream deferred that spawned from making music for my friends, and it was all in celebration of others. Still winning, offered you jewels and let them bathe you. Money under the table, the beat backpacking, the theme is trap rapping and seeing what a parade do. Money under.
Yeah, that was an ill start off.
Yeah.
That beat, man, it reminds me of some type of, I don't know, like a sample at the end of a movie sample or something, like some type of, you know how they have background music or something?
Yeah.
Like School Days or something like that, where I can't put my finger on the exact sample, but it sounds like, you know, something.
40 in the mule and I offer to move. Serve you and the whole layer sold. Then when they told us say la vie, I ain't take my seat. I stood on top of that table and I sprayed my piece. And the ones who followed along is who they gave my reach. But how can I be appalled when they was raised by me?
He'll start off, man. He just basically just going into DK, man, and where he came from and where he grew up.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't really emphasize like a real catchy chorus, but this song didn't call for that, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, you know, the concept was, you know, the free jury is like you know, you throwing out Jews or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You spitting Jews, so that was the concept of the record. But starting off for me, I think I would give this record probably a solid 9 starting off.
Definitely a lot of details too. One of the things that I'll mention, I know we're gonna get into later, is that a lot of these records have performance edge to them. They sound good, as you can see in the vehicle while you're riding. Sounds good in the headphones, you know, working out, or you at the JO, you know, getting your hours off. But definitely will sound good as performance records too. You know, it could be a DJ in the background, or, you know, you can look at it from the perspective of having like a band like the Roots behind them will sound awesome too. So a lot of these records, you know, was written to perform on stage, and you know, that's something moving forward that I love. You know, I know we had going back into COVID and, you know, Delta people with the stupid vaccine feeling like they don't have to wear no mask no more, and just creating a more even bigger virus out here. Stupid. You know, there'll probably be less shows, but even if, you know, the great thing about COVID and, you know, versus being created is the fact that, you know, a lot of times you don't even have to leave your home, you know, to go to a concert. A lot of these artists are doing concerts from their homes, which is dope too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I really like that edge to it, and I like the switch up too. The switch up was mean, and that takes you back to a old J. You know what I'm saying? Reasonable Doubt J, Clue J.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What was the second album? Life and Times.
Yeah. You know, that it really has like a J feel to it. So, you know, that aspect of it, I gotta give it a 9.5 starting off. Got to, because That's not something that you see from overlooked artists. That's a detail that, you know, you rarely see. But to start this off like this, gotta be super dope. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this number 2, which is St. James Liquors.
Extraordinary people. I'm glad there is you in this world.
Yeah.
All this money that we can make, why don't y'all just lead the way? Do
Yeah.
you wanna get money or not?
Do it like this.
Do you wanna get money or not?
My first view of what it do is when my crew posted on the stoop. Gold chain, small rope, but bitches peek the cool. Wore mine all the time, inspired by the corner con. Foreign ride tents on 35, trap, doing side for the stick.
That right there is like the perfect get on the expressway, going out of town on a trip, cruising type of record right there.
Yeah.
And it all made sense, but the pattern it could become when you watching the BMW advocate all them jumps. Yeah, you know, pop bottles, chicks that favor $1. You jump off the stoop like I gotta.
Yeah, it got a 90s feel to it. Reminds me of a Tribe kind of vibe.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Younger Brothers kind of vibe to it, you know, but still rock. You know what I'm saying? Still rock salt.
Caught a vision and saw it like there it go. Try and fly off the stoop to where it go. Celebrate with a battle like here it go. Call me mine, you'll fuck if I wasn't grown.
Yeah.
St. James Liquors.
Number 2 record. When I heard that record, I was like, man, this is like, you know, I wish I was going on the trip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He basically on this record was talking about, I guess, the famous liquor spot in Bed-Stuy, St. James Liquors.
Mm-hmm.
And he was describing, like, when he was a youngster, he was seeing Biggie and, you know, his crew, and, you know, seeing them doing their thing, and he was, you know, plotting, you know, even when he was young, you know, he knew he was gonna be, you know what I'm saying, what he is today, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, I think he said a line about he wrote 100 records or something, 100 verses, excuse me, or something like that. But yeah, man, this is I don't know. I think I would probably give this record. This is a 10 record for me, man, because this is one of my standout records on the project. I think this is one of those records that's always like that I always gotta listen to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I would probably give this. This is definitely a 10 record to me.
You know, like I said with the first track, you know, it has a performance edge to it, even with the artist. What's her name?
I think is it Nina Horn? Is that her, or is it?
Well, the artist singing on it, her name is Era, I think, on there, was singing that.
Oh, I was talking about the one in the very beginning.
Oh yeah.
The one that
talking about where the sample came from.
Yeah, well, yeah. The one where at the beginning, you know, she was talking.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But even with the artist, you know, singing on it still, you know, it still can be, you know, a high key performance record, even with that, because, you know, in the 90s, a lot of records sounded, hip hop records came from an R&B vibe. You know, when a lot of people forget, you know, a lot of people speak about Mary and, you know, how great her music is, but people forget Mary came from hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When she was doing, you know, she started off with Father MC, but the one Mary record people forget about is What's the 411 with Grand Poobah. You know.
So would you say that that kind of started the subgenre of neo soul? Because like I think neo soul got a lot of hip hop in it. I think Skyzoo kind of bridges that gap between backpack and like the neo soul type of sound. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like Lil Brother.
Yeah, you could fit him in that pocket. You really could. I think the only thing I think would stop that is him not having like a band, you know what I'm saying, sort of like the Roots, because the Roots kind of just, they expanded neo soul, you know what I'm saying, coming from a band edge, and you know what I'm saying, right. Even with them having backup singers such as Jill Scott and all of that at first, you know, that just gave it a raw edge, because you know what I'm saying, you really didn't know, like they could mix up their songs with other people's songs, and a lot of people that didn't listen to their music wouldn't even know if it was somebody else's song unless they listened to that kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Which is why they're, you know, high key today. You know, that's why they do get, you know, the exposure that they get on the Tonight Show. And there's a record I'm gonna get into later too. I know bro hasn't heard, but that's why they get the exposure that they get today, because of, you know, the band edge, you know what I'm saying, and even doing other people's songs, you know what I'm saying. But I would love to hear the Roots behind Skyzoo. I think that would definitely bring neo soul back to the forefront, you know what I'm saying, and having other artists that, you know, are neo soul particular, that get that, you know, really don't get that exposure either. Yeah. You know, coming on with him and singing some songs with him or whatever.
We're gonna get into a record later that exactly what you talking about on this project.
Yeah, yeah, I think that'll be amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying, that might be an A&R bag right there. You might have to kick me and bro a check for that one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, like what am I thinking of? It's almost we like third quarter in the summer, so I know all the festivals are probably, you know, about over with, but you know, maybe like a Brooklyn festival, Brooklyn Day or something. That might be something. That might be, you know, something to look into with, you know, Questlove and Skyzoo. Or even better yet, hey Jimmy Fallon, how about you get Skyzoo on, you know what I'm saying, the Tonight Show? How about that? With the Roots playing behind them. You know what I'm saying? That'll be dope. How about that? How about you feature this Skyzoo's album, this record right here? How about you feature this on the Tonight Show? Get them up there, you know what I'm saying, in Manhattan. How about that? You know what I'm saying? And no 4-Eye Fly said that. Kick me a check for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, straight up. But this is a dope record, man, for a lot of reasons, and you know, for that I'll give it another 9.5. Yeah, straight up. So let's get into this number 3, which is a tour of the neighborhood, featuring one of my all-time favorites, Al Scratch. Let's get into it.
Praise up to the most up high for black up tempo show. Hardest shit you can come by. Chop it in the air off the stool when we run by. Because these get too high ride, fuck around, and somebody gun ride. Go for real, down to say hi to a hole in cell, or you blow a cell, you know it well. Same place that was energy to tell, pizza parlor in front of cop, before they built a winery up from out of that number spot.
It's like just a continuation, basically.
Yeah.
Just like the title says, a tour through the neighborhood, man. I like how he brought the old school vet in the mix. And hell, man, and we just did a Battle of the Bangers not too long ago.
Yeah.
Now scratch.
Around my way, the neighborhood around my way. Absolutely.
Y'all make sure y'all go check that one out.
Straight up.
But I think I would give this record between a 8.7, 9.0.
Yeah, it made me want to go back home and get a Metro card, put some money on my Metro card, and stop by the bodega, give me a chopped cheese on them. Just leave the money on the counter and walk out the bodega. Straight up. That's just the New York Diddy bopper right there. I don't care what borough you from. That you can't rock to that, then you just ain't hip. I ain't right with you. You know what I'm saying? And you're listening to it, man. You know, even with its shortness, it still brought that flavor, the rock. And again, it's another performance record, especially in the city. You know, can you imagine them bringing Al Scratch on stage doing that, man? I don't care what crowd he in, they gonna go crazy. Straight up. So it just showcases the respect for the elders of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And it goes to show that it doesn't matter what year it is or you know where it's at. It shows that, you know, he actually is a student and studied the art, which is dope. It's dope when artists, you know, can give back and ain't on that arrogant, well, you know, I don't care about them and all of that. Nah, you know what I'm saying? This is a give back, you know, and actually being a fan of it. So I give this joint another 9.5. Another one. Straight up. So let's get into the next track, which is Rich Rhetoric. Rhetoric. Excuse me.
Yeah. I ain't tied lace on my sneakers since I was 10. All the inspiration I needed was by the bench. 18 look like 30 to 5th graders. It smell like Dior, Fahrenheit, and Philly paper. Know the vibe now.
That record, man. That was like a 15 for me when I heard it. That was just, man. I mean, going back to what you were saying about Jimmy Fallon and the Roots, that'll be the perfect record for the band to get behind, and because the beat is like the kick drum.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Scene set, play a role and let your scene stretch. Carry the loop forever like it was Keith Sweat. Bet it last forever. Hope what you make it do. But no.
Also, is, you know, you got the horns in there too.
Yeah.
So you know, it's very jazzy, but it got that, you know, it got that head nod fact in it, man. It was just a overall just dope record, man.
Yeah.
And I just love the concept of how on the chorus.
Said to keep it richer, said to keep it richer. Sing it till the morning, lullabies and liquor. Sing it till the morning, swear that we got the picture and treated it like a godsend word that occurred.
He was just, to me, he was just describing like where he from, how, you know, when people get, you know what I'm saying, people get a little bit of money or whatever, how they celebrate and shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I like how he kind of, you know, like he said, say it till the morning, lullabies and liquor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, you know, you celebrating or whatever. So
Yeah.
you know, I like how he kind of, you know, broke that down with the chorus. But,
Absolutely.
you know, like I said, this is an off the chart record for me.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. There's a movie about James Brown called Get On Up. I'm sure a lot of people seen it, but further in the movie, he was rehearsing with the band and they was off, and he was asking, the band members what the instrument was, and a lot of them was naming the instrument. He was like, no, it's not, it's a drum. He was saying the guitar's a drum, saxophone's a drum, and the bass is a drum. And he was basically telling them not to be on the 1, to be on the number 2, not to be on the number 3, but to be on the 4. So he's basically saying the 2 and the 4. And that's what this was. This was the 2 and the 4. Got that kick to it on the 2 and the 4. So, like you said, this would be the perfect record for the Roots to play. But even the Roots, this would be the perfect record to play in a lot of bands that, HBUs too.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the jazz detail that it has with it, this is the perfect record. And hip hop doesn't get enough credit when it comes to having a jazz influence to it. It doesn't get enough credit when it comes to that. So, with this, it's the perfect influence detail record for jazz alone. And it's displayed for it. You can't do nothing but bang your head to it. I don't care what music you listen to, whether you listen to this kind of hip hop, whether you a trapper or whatever, it really don't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to really give this its just due, straight up. So, for me, I give this joint an 11 for that. Definitely. Yeah. So we'll get into this number 6 record, which is Bodega Flowers, featuring BJ, the Chicago Kid.
I want flowers, but I don't want to tell you I want flowers, cause then you just gonna give me flowers, cause I want flowers.
Yo, salute to the pedals, give them an echo. Round of applause, you loop it, don't ever let go. Nah, handing Bodega Flowers out through the ghetto. Swedish gelato, pronunciation errors, full throttle like Blue Lives, the Marble, the same as they did the ditch in the strap that they left smoking. So if we should get involved, then maybe we should do the same. One fist in the air, the other moving, who remains?
Yeah, but artists getting they just due is something that we need to do more, and give artists they just do while they here, and stop celebrating death so much. People be celebrating RIP, R.I.P. Just to say R.I.P. don't even know nothing about a person, and the biggest example of that is I know. Well, I wasn't gonna use him, but I'll go ahead and use him since he came to mind. MF Doom. When MF Doom died, that he was one of the biggest ones when that happened. A lot of people didn't even know who's MF Doom. They didn't even know who he was when they put his face on the Grammys with the helmet he had on. People was like, who was that? They didn't even know he do hip hop. But you seen a lot of people, not saying it wasn't a good thing or whatever. It's always a good thing when people reach out and say, I'm sorry for hearing the bad news about a family member. But when it comes to music, like get to know these people while they still here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of profitable artists, that put in work, and just because they underground doesn't make them a bad artist. So, real good detail with this record, and I think the detail had more power inside of it than the actual record. So for that, I'll give it a solid 9 just for the display of detail. You know what I'm saying? Of the record, I'll give it that straight up.
Yeah.
So we'll get into this next record, which is Something to Believe In, featuring Raheem Devine. Let's get it.
I pray to the death of me, as long as there's breath in me. And God keep blessing me, even when the devil be testing me. To all my soldiers in the field, run the marathon for the win. The world is yours and that's the reason. If that ain't something, I'll give you something to believe in.
Something to believe in. Serenade stimulus, running through a precinct. They sent my brother a check when he was doing a stretch. We laugh like fuck it, if they dumb enough you keep it. It's just the way you seen it. All these visions of grandeur, call it what you needed. Caught you lifting your hands up. All of us were reaching back and forth how they panned us. All of this could be with the arms reach if you stand up. You see it well. Close enough where if you see a cell, you can reenact heavy lash down to the key itself. Beautifully attached till that lash try to redeem itself. Cause copying keys turn to obvious leads. I done seen what it's coming with when they was off the ground. Pardon me how I be hovering it down. Word the wages and amounts and aiming file the gift box. We a product of Ziplocs, they a product of TikToks, right? Clock ticking but not a tick on the wristwatch. In a space that's give and take like a pit stop. Do they say so? Swear it made sense to a heavy one who admires it. They tell you play the bench, but they show you the other side of it. Neighborhood routine, habits get involved, and what happens next door turn to black and red fours, block full of them. But still it feels like a transition scene, so your humbleness ensues. Springing to your deathbed, you jumping up the lows. We was running up in souls. Swear it was Christmas Eve on the bridge, how we move, planning to clear a rack out. Peace, me in the drop G, the sweetest of box seats. The speakers is knocked down, the diva is not need. Calls for a parade, Commodores ablaze. Crowd sing comfortably, harmonies and waves. Part of me is most deaf, part of me is made. Cut work, we gon' be alright like a duck worth. It's just work, how much your luck worth? From where it mean more if you buck first. You up first and countering on whoever jumps first. Innocent like opening a hydrant, giving in like opening and firing. Spirited like hoping you survive it. Word to every cafe poppin' with a Wi-Fi option. All my mans is like, yo, I'm just trying to provide my product. It be alright. Same ones who need a Wi-Fi login. Same ones that keep it booming when they outside copping. Money the ribbon around it. Same one they cut when the condos went up and they asked you what you mad for, right? Humble brag, know what we all here for. I'm seated, know I can never get lost here though.
Who was that I know that was a sample, but I'm trying to think of I keep having the group name Soul to Soul on my mind, but I know it ain't that. It's called something else. I can't think of that group, but I know I recognize that sample.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was just he was just getting his like his floss on this one, you know what I'm saying? The title speaks for itself. Humble brag, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was not gonna do it like kind of like the new age cats, but he's doing it more of a hip hop way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I mean that's basically what this track was about. I think I would give this a solid 8 point, probably another 8.7, 8.8, something like that.
Yeah, it was self-detailed, man, like you said, you know. Everything in it just, you know, was from a you know, an MC's perspective. Wasn't anything in it new age. That was just, you know, some raw hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Even from the production's edge to it. You know, I know you mentioned the sample. That definitely was a sample that was used many times. I can't place it either exactly. I know I've heard it many times.
Yeah.
But the way that it was produced sounded something like Q-Tip would do. Really does. It sounds like, you know, a Q-Tip based record. You know, maybe Ali Shaheed, maybe, you know, because Ali Shaheed has done many of these type of records where, you know, it was jazz influenced and definitely R&B influenced. You know, definitely. Here's another artist for you. A lot of people don't get credit for. They don't get credit as an artist or producer. Raphael Saadiq.
Yeah.
You know, that's something he could have done too, especially being jazz influenced. You know, straight up. Shout out Raphael Saadiq. You know, doesn't get his flowers, but nevertheless, I think I would go with the 8.8, 8.9 range with you on that record.
Okay.
Definitely. That's just a Skyzoo based record. Any other albums of his, you could put that in the pocket right along with them, and they'll fit in. You know, artists that, I mean, not artists, but people that are fans of Skyzoo know that he's just that type of artist. It's gonna be a record on here that's like that, you know, with him just getting his one off, and his one off is him being him, and it's a humble brag. There you go. So the Slash record definitely will be my favorite record off the album. We had to do this for many reasons. So we'll get into the reasons after we play it. Let's get it.
I was supposed to be a trap rapper, mistaken identity. Zappy with the backpackers, made it all comfortable. Sweet as a redeemer, dunking the blade round. I'm still leaving with Demeter. Shouts to who came round when I was speaking through your speakers on wanting to stay down. And the beliefs that would feed us like this, turn to that, return of the pack. Where I follow you forever like a murder's attached. I was front row seats for what you heard. The same rule apply. Aim, do or die, but put a mirror in front of me to save who's alive. Like picture James Baldwin in the room with Frank Lucas's and Nicky Bonsis and all of their influences. And the motives with the same color of the magic. True to the hue of it, like you was slumping off a habit. I'm with a trunk full of reasons to see what you follow through with. And bet I understood every dollar they spent to prove it. All together from wherever we bound by. Same block where they sell you a pack, got a crown fried. They put me in your deck, it's like I brought you around mine. Cause double entendres seem to fit more suitably. They sold you a paradox, I ducked those beautifully. Figured it's worth it on the way out like duty free. Truthfully, the beats, bet I did all of the above, it was soliloquy.
Yeah, this is a standout record for me too, because, well, we already know the production of you know, the sample of I believe it's a Roy Ayers sample.
Nah,
it's not Roy Ayers.
Close to it though. Close to it though. You right in the pocket. Yeah, you right in the pocket.
Like Herbie Hancock? No, ain't Herbie.
Nah, actually Bob James.
Okay.
Right, you right in the pocket with raw hip hoppers know probably the most sampled. We know Clyde Stubberfield's the most sampled drummer in hip hop, but probably the most sampled jazz musician in hip hop will definitely be Grover Washington.
That's who it is, Grover. Yeah, it was Grover. Yeah, it was Grover. Yeah, but I knew it was somewhere Roy Ayers.
Yeah.
People use Roy Ayers a lot too.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of got it mixed up. But I forget Grover Washington.
Roy Ayers is definitely in the pocket as well as hold on, I'm gonna get it in a minute.
Cause yo, I was supposed to be a trap rapper. Club walkthroughs, baller alert pose. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to be a backpacker. At least that's what they tell me when I'm back home.
Yeah, hold on. It ain't over.
paper made, trying to poke something. Bag on me like a float something. Doc don't
I had to
boat
pause
coming.
it.
Plus paid, I don't owe nothing. Thank God how the snow coming. Thank God how the stove jumping. Name another tag team that can stand still. Show run it, see, far as the drip. Know that I got it to give. Cop work with a go yard. Treated as part of the flip. Drug sales come with shooters. And model bitches to maneuver. Y'all made it cool to be the user. So I get paid to be the loser. Fuck it. Type of time my eye on. Clock leaning like a sidecar. Birds moving like bygones. Park traffic like Zion. Fly pelican, fly young. Wings on them, let them take flight. Hit a sample with a box cutter. Tongue numb, what it tastes like.
Had to pause it. I
Yeah.
had to pause it.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, sometimes you gotta show them. You gotta do it on them. They don't think
They
you
don't-
can do
they
it
don't-
on them.
they
That's
don't
how
expect
you.
it.
They don't expect
They
it. So
don't
you gotta
expect
do it
it.
on them.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Straight up.
That might be the second KRUZE review intro.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he had the first one. Yeah, it might be number 2.
Yeah. Straight up. On the real.
A lot of people use that particular sample and sort of record, but I think he used that because of the storytelling that he did on this. You know, when
Yeah.
it started off, I was supposed to be a trap rapper, but
Yeah.
when he switched it up, I was like this, because I was like, finally you gonna show these cats that, yeah, I can do the trap shit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I loved about it, that he
Yeah.
switched it up and showed cats like, yeah, man, I can do I can do that trap shit too.
Absolutely.
You know, like I said, I don't think I said it a few years back, but you know, I might have said it on our last review that we did on Skyzoo, that him and what's the producer name? Not Ill Mind, but the one that did the Bobby Smurder record. Damn, put that in there. But the one that did the Hot Nigga record, because Skyzoo was getting beats for him, I think, first, previous to that, because he did the Range Rover Rhythm. He did the production on that, and I was like, yo, them two need to do an EP. Just to show these niggas like Skyzoo can get down with that type of shit too. You know what I'm saying, over those beats. But yeah, it might be that's an A&R. That's A&R idea right there. But yeah, man. But I think this record, I would have to give this probably a 9.5 just off of that, off of the whole switch up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, and the whole concept of telling these cats, I was supposed to be a trap rapper too, but I didn't go in that direction. You know, I kept the hip hop. So
absolutely. Yeah. For me, this record is a 20. It's a 20 piece. You know, not just from the music standpoint of him switching it up and showing niggas he can go in that bag and he don't have to. More of the perspective of it. In many cities, you know what I'm saying, people think because you come from a certain hood, that's how you gotta be. You know, I've seen that my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I got family members from the Bridge. I got family members from, you know what I'm saying, from Left Rack. I got family members, you know what I'm saying, from the 40 projects, you know, pink houses, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, my older cousins, they got kids, you know, throughout my family or whatever. There's always one family and friends, you know, that I know particular that has, you know, a child that don't fit in the setting. You know what I'm saying? Of, you know, you wouldn't even think they come from the projects or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got a little cousin, matter of fact, that, you know, he don't even like being in the projects. You know what I'm saying? And it, you know, if you seen him and his brother, you wouldn't even know they brothers, because one fits in that pocket, but he don't. You know what I'm saying? He don't. So you know, with Skyzoo saying, you know, I was supposed to be a trap rapper. It's not just from the music aspect, you know what I'm saying? That's more like a what is it? I can't metaphor. It's more like a metaphor saying that, you know, people expecting him, you know, because, you know, he from Brooklyn, they expected him to be like big, you know, because he seemed big, you know, like he was saying, you know, from on St. James Liquors and all of that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It doesn't mean that you have to come up, like, it doesn't mean he had to be on the street like bro said, Bobby Smurda and Pop Smoke and all of that. People think, oh, you from Brooklyn, people automatically assume Bed-Stuy or Brownsville. They assume the hardest of the hardest, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with me, you know, when people hear I'm from Queens, they automatically assume Southside, Jamaica. Nope. You know what I'm saying? When I tell them I'm from Northside, you know what I'm saying, they automatically assume, oh, where you from, Queensbridge? Nope. You know what I'm saying? When I tell them I'm from Corona, they automatically assume Left Rack. Yeah, that was the last place I lived before I left New York, was Left Rack. But no, I wasn't from Left Rack. I ain't from Left Rack either. So, you know, people assume, you know what I'm saying? So, and then when they assume, you know, they like, oh, you from Corona, all right, what street? Oh, I'm from 96th Street. Oh yeah, so you Cool G rap. Yeah, I listen to rap. Rap is one, you know, he one of the illest, but nope, I was actually listening to more Tribe Called Quest, huh? You know what I'm saying? You see where I'm getting at? People assume. So when I moved to Kentucky, still people here, you know, oh, you from New York. Oh, wait, you prefer Biggie over Tupac. Nope. Actually, I ain't listening to neither one. Be honest with you, actually, I was listening to Redman. What? You was listening to a nigga from Jersey? Like, what? Yeah, I was. Like, my favorite rapper ain't even from New York. He from Jersey. He from across the bridge. You know, then you get into, you know, you want to get into the football and basketball. My favorite football team, Philadelphia Eagles. That's like the ultimate no-no for a New Yorker. They like, what? Like, niggas, I got people in my family that can't stand me because I'm a Eagles fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Like, niggas take that, they take it to heart. Like, you know, like, niggas don't even want to talk to me. I don't even get into that. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can't stand that. But, nope. I ain't like the Giants or the Jets. I like the Eagles. Randall Cunningham, one of the first black quarterbacks ever, which is the reason why I'm an Eagles fan. Reggie White, you know what I'm saying? All of that. There's many reasons why. And actually, the Roots has a lot to do with that as well, because, you know, when I was in school, Philadelphia was always a city that I always wanted to move to. The way that, you know, the structure of the way this Philadelphia is built. Philadelphia is one of the most beautiful structured cities, even, you know, with New York. Not saying it looks iller than New York, because New York, Manhattan, there ain't no place that's more beautiful as far as city goes. Maybe San Francisco, Chicago is good, but neither one of them are messing with New York, in my opinion. But what I'm getting at is, you know, the expectation people had. So for Skyzoo using that metaphor was so dope to me, because it's so many kids in the hood that, you know, are geniuses, that, you know, have straight A's in school, you know what I'm saying, that live in the projects, that, you know, have like 20 scholarships or whatever, you know, that don't skateboard, that don't be on the block or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They doing something else. But just because they doing something else or whatever don't mean you can walk on them like, yeah, that nigga make straight A's, yo. Let's jack that. Let's walk up on him and jack him up. Nah, that nigga, he gonna go in his bag and be like, yo, what you want? You want something? So, you know, to flip back, that aspect of it was dope. But the aspect of, you know, me pausing that record and him going into rhyming trap.
Yeah.
Yo, that was probably, well, we in mid second quarter of the year. I don't think, and I could be wrong, as far as a flip record from an underground artist, yeah, that'll probably be the best one. Probably be the best one. I ain't gonna say commercially because we got something.
Ah, man, we didn't get into that. We got that next time.
But underground,
yeah,
thus far, that's probably the best. But yeah, overall, 20 for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? From this album, from detail, even from the records we didn't discuss and play, I would still give Skyzoo, I would give him a 9.4.
Yeah,
overall.
okay.
What would you say,
I think
bro?
I would give him a 9.5. Probably one more than yours. Another record too that's one of my favorites is a record called Plugs and Connections.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's one of my standout records on here too. So, So yeah, man, you got a whole list of records, and the thing about this project is something that you can play around anybody. Like you can play this around. You got kids in the whip. You got your lady in the whip. You got your mom, your grandma. You can play this record around anybody. It's not the subject matter is not way off. You know what I'm saying? It's not, he's not talking about the stereotypical drugs, guns, and killing and hoes and shit like that. So that's something to point out too, man. So yeah, absolutely. But, yeah, man, this is one of the top tier records of the year.
Top tier, straight up.
Yeah.
On the real, you got to give him his just due. Shout out Skyzoo, man, because definitely, man, you don't get the flowers that you deserve. So you definitely get them from the KRUZE Review.
Yeah.
You top tier MC. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the K. And shout out Skyzoo.
Yeah.
On the real, straight up. You know what I'm saying? You got anything else you want to add,
Nah,
bro?
that's about it, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all check this album out. Make sure y'all share this video, like this video, subscribe.
Yeah.
Stop fronting on our channel. Stop bullshitting y'all motherfuckers on Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's been supporting us.
Absolutely.
Stay in tune. So yeah.
Yeah, straight up. Bro said a mouthful. I ain't even got to say it like I used to say it. But nevertheless, you rocking with the freshest, the KRUZE Review. I'm 4 Out Fly.
And TP.
Out of here, yo.
Yeah.
Easy.